Leonard, a senior from Granger, Iowa. He's 11-14-1 and is the only wrestler on the Northern Iowa team with a losing record starting tonight. Ivan Boyesen of Lehigh, 11-5-1, a junior from Kempton, Pennsylvania.
Boyesen is ranked 10th in the country at 177. So the battle is still 14-12, and Lehigh looking an awful lot better. Is that a acceptable Pennsylvania Dutch expression, Shell? Awful lot better once. But in any event, certainly looking more competitive tonight than against the Panthers of Pitt. So maybe they're getting used to wrestling Panthers. Next week, or 2 weeks, Lehigh's opponent will be Army. And of course, Army is ranked 11th in the country. So Lehigh...
It's interesting, Larry. This has got to be one of the few years, I would imagine, where Army wrestled Navy, and Army has been ranked higher than Navy.
Yeah, but don't sell Navy short.
They're ranked who sells Ed Peary short?
No, that's what I mean.
You got
the guy will win the Easterns. Boyesen in on a single, drops his opponent to the mat, picks up 2.
Let me say that as far as national rankings are concerned, it will be one of the times certainly that within our recollection that Army will have been ranked higher. Here's Boysen's takedown, Larry, on the screen coming up.
Just works hard on that single, lifting it, driving in.
If you're looking, at least in my opinion, Larry, for this season as far as the most improved wrestler, I think it's got to be Ivan Boyesen. And I think what's made the difference has been his stamina has improved markedly. He has always been a strong first period wrestler, but has a tendency to tire out. And I think the reason he's won 11 out of 16 this year has been that he's been able to pace himself. Leading 2-1.
Both coaches telling their wrestlers to get going out there, you guys. This isn't Arthur Murray's dancing studio. We're a little action. 2-1 on the board, 54 seconds left. First period at 177. Boyesen in again, in on that single. Converts and gets the takedown because his supporting point, those being his toes and his knees, are in bounds. There you see Lehigh. Peter Yazzo is back in the camel hair coat. Not suited up. Ranked number 1 in the country until his injury. And it's hard to believe with a guy with shoulders like that. It's 142, Shell. Boyesen maintaining control, has a 4-1 lead. Has built up 27 seconds riding time. Gives up the escape.
Of course, Peter's style, as I recall, Larry, is not as a mat wrestler. It's, you know, the upper body strength, Olympic-type moves, and that's going to put a real strain on that injury more than it would be if Peter was a mat-type wrestler, a la the kind Mike Brown was. So when he comes back, that's what people are going to be looking for.
Did you see your sign over there, WLVT TV? There's 2 guys I'd like to have out there right now, sitting in the back row. Bernie Brown in the left, and on the far right, in the red, none other than Mike Brown. So maybe we could slip them in, and maybe we'll give Mr. Weatherman and Mr. Greenlee a real tussle. 14-12, Northern Iowa leading Lehigh. 177-pound class. Boyesen stands up, now leads 5-2.
I wonder if Jerry Lehman boarded his yacht for Florida. He's kind of disappeared from the stands. I'm surprised it's 14-12. I thought Jerry would be. I'm sure he's still in the arena somewhere, probably signing autographs.
Making a deal somewhere. .125 left. Second
5-2 lead. Boyesen leading. Minute and 20 to go here. We're at 177. Northern Iowa leading by a score of 14-12 with 2 bouts yet to go.
Boyesen, also a graduate of Blair Academy.
2-point takedown, making it 7-2.
Now 5-point lead with 1 minute left, second period. Majoring in art and psychology at Lehigh, and Scott Leonard from Granger, Iowa, is a construction technology major. Strong enough to lift some steel.
Here's the takedown, Larry.
Goes in on that single and picks up the takedown. Key to that was to maintain control of the hands and the wrist. Then duck under the elbow, sweep around, and pick it up. Much like Sandy Snyder used to do at Blair Academy, where I
think really, although no one is obviously needs to apologize for the Northern Iowa team, obviously one of the factors, Larry, that's got to enter into this has been the duels at Hampton.
Oh,
2-point takedown again. I mean, they really went through a rigorous series of 6 duel matches in the recent tournament in Hampton, Virginia, losing only to Penn State 28-12. And all 5 of the 6 teams that Northern Iowa downed in that tournament were ranked in everybody's top 20.
9-4 on the board as this period ends.
So they might be somewhat tired after this trip. Look at this
Boyesen back in on that single, pulling up on it, drives through and picks up the other leg, lands the takedown. There's Boyesen. Ivan is a junior.
Lets him up 9-5. Riding time is Boysen's. In on the leg, looking for the takedown again.
Back heel trip. Now has a 7-point lead.
Still stalling.
Got enough at this particular moment for a major decision. If he hangs on, elects to let him go, now needs 1 more takedown and has a minute and 20 seconds to get it in. Trying to come around the back.
No takedown. You got to bring him to the mat. There's a classic example. There he brought him to the mat. Now he has a takedown. So he's got a 16-6, excuse me, 14-6 lead. You know, the opposite end of the floor, sitting down there, is Kerry Michael Retreaty, who was a former wrestler for several years at the university. Kerry had to go some postseason. He graduated from Lehigh, but he's had some postseason surgery on his knee. And came up here, crutches and all, to watch Lehigh compete.
Minute to go. A lead of 14-6 for Ivan Boyesen. At least for the moment, looking to put Lehigh into the lead with 2 bouts to go.
Watch the arm.
As the brown and white, as Larry mentioned, looked a lot more impressive in this match than they have in many of the last several. 14-7, but Boyesen still has enough points with the riding time if he hangs on.
Well, it's really to see Lehigh. You know, that Pittsburgh's ranked 23rd, and they manhandled, they mauled Lehigh, if you want to use what the Panthers did. But here you got Northern Iowa ranked 6th in the country, and Lehigh's staying in there with them right down to the wire. As Boyesen picks another takedown, and there's a stalling call. So the point spread says 17-7, but he's got a point for time.
Boyesen trying to get some premium points here. Osage will not award it, and with the riding time, it will end 18-7, and Lehigh will put 4 team points on the board.
Well,
and we'll take a lead of 16-14.
He signaled 1, and I was confused whether that 1 was for an escape or stalling. But anyway, nobody put it up.
So Boyesen wins impressively over Scott Leonard. Boyesen winning his 12th. Lehigh University now moves out ahead by a score of 16-14. We'll be back in just a moment.